Alright, so the BPM for this one is 84. I'm gonna start with this sound, which is actually composed of two layers. There is the sub layer and then the main layer. So for this one I started with a sine wave. I put the unison in two voices, but something really important is that I went to the gear icon in here and I put the width all the way down to 0. Then I went into the note part in here. I created this shape and I modulated the detune of the unison to this. So this basically what it's doing is that depending on the note that I hit on the keyboard is gonna create a different like wobbly effect, and you're gonna notice that when I play it. Then I'm gonna enable oscillator B, 2 octaves up, level all the way down, phase distortion from B 22%. Then we're gonna go to the effects and we're gonna enable compression, then tube distortion 50% and 55%, hyper dimension 15 and 9 in here, and diffuser with the values of around 1400 on the cutoff, 13% of the resonance, and drive around 35%, stages around 38%, and mix around 72%. On the LFO1, I'm doing a main tuning modulation with unipolar mode 8%. So now it sounds like this. So you can tell that when I go to this like F1 note, there's like a wobbly effect, and that's because of the unison trick that I just showed you. If I put this back to 0, it's just like a one straight note. But if I put it into 2 and I put the width down and I play with the note, it's gonna create that effect that we want for the Neuro movement of the sound. So now let's go into the effects. The post-processing is really important on this one. So we're gonna add OTT with these values, then saturator. Then we're gonna add a couple shifters, and we're gonna map the fine-tuning modulation of both of them into one macro, just like this. And we're gonna put the dry wet to around 20% and make sure we're on the frequency mode. And we can play with the automation of that, and it will give us different like wobbly sounds. Then we have this filter doing like a notch automation in here. Amp and erosion. Lastly, I'm just using this EQ to boost some of the 3K range and to cut on the low end because I have a sub bass. So erosion is also pretty important in there. So yeah, that's for that Neuro Bass sound. I think it's really interesting. The key of it is, well, the post-processing. It's what make it sound like distorted and nice, but also the unison trick that I showed you before. Now going into the sub is pretty simple. It's just a sine wave, and I put some soft clipping distortion, and I cut everything above 100 hertz. So both of them together. In the synths group, I just have sidechain just in case I need to actually do this so that the first kick hit is also affected by the sidechain. Yeah, let's keep going. Then I have this Pluck. For this one, I'm just using the default shapes, wavetable position 4, and I'm using the filter to create a modulation with the envelope. It looks like this, 18 hertz and 53%. Sounds like that so far. This is the values that I have on the envelope. Now into the effects, I have hyper dimension, then I have some tube distortion, I have some single band compression, then for stacks of overdriving here, and reverb. Outside of the patch, I just have the saturator medium curve, And an EQ just cutting everything below 300 and boosting a little bit around 5k. And by the way, if you want to play with this project and the presets, I uploaded the whole thing to my Patreon. That's where all my projects from YouTube live. And so check the link in the description if you want to get them. Now let's go for this bass. So for this one, I started with this Icon has kick wavetable position 173. I have a direct sub which is going to the bus 1, and then the important part is how the LFO is set up, like the shape of the LFO. It was making it sound like with that swing type of rhythm. The level of the oscillator is mapped to the LFO, same as with the sub in here. Then I enable oscillator B, basic shapes, just like a saw wave in there, with the phase distortion around 32%. Level all the way down in here. Then I have my band reject filter, also playing with the LFO, with these values that you can see in here. Drive 27%, resonance around 45. White noise. And now going into the effects, I have multiband compression. I have this reverb filter, which is pretty important with these values. Then some hyper dimension, 18% in the mix, and this EQ cutting everything below 140 Hertz. As I said, the sub is going to the bus 1, and that has some soft clipping and some EQ. And if you check the mix, bus 1 is going direct out in here. Then outside of the patch, I just put an EQ, and I just was messing with creating like some notches or just decreasing on certain areas, and I thought it would sounding good. So that's for that one. So actually going back to the mix, bus 1 is not going direct out, it's going to the main effects. So it sounds like this. So now let's go to this sound, which is also a 2-layer sound. So the other layer is the sub, which we already covered, and the main bass is that one. So on this one, I started with a sine wave. I'm doing the same thing that I showed before with the note and the detuning, as you can see in here, just like change the values a little bit. Then I enable another sine wave, phase distortion from B, 21%. The level of this one is all the way down. I'm using this filter, high 24, to create this movement with the LFO 1 again. Then going into the effects, I have overdrive, 5 stacks. Then hyper dimension, 22 and 27%. Multiband compression, this plate reverb. And with LFO 2, I'm doing a modulation of the shift in the Bode plugin that I have in here, or effects. And it's looking like this, the values. And I'm also modulating the mix, as you can see, 36% in there. And that's what it sounds like. It's just giving like more movement to the sound. Last thing outside of the patch that I put was an overdrive and this EQ cutting everything below 100 and boosting a little bit on the mid-range. Yeah. Then going into the drums, the pattern, it's a pretty simple halftime pattern. So the snares go into the 2 and the 4. The kick is just helping with the groove. And I think the most important part is just the top drum. So I have like this tambourine loop. And then some open hats. And a couple crashes. Besides that, I just have like a couple vocals, like that one and this one. But that's about it. If you like this drop, I think you'll love my detox unit tutorial. Tap the video on screen and I'll see you there.
Back to the